Hey, and welcome back to the Emberhart podcast. You are listening to episode 19 of season 2. Let us get started. The ultimate success formula. Day 2 of Joseph McClendon's Unleash the Power Within. Dear Amelia Emberhart, I attended Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within in September. In this letter, I will share my main takeaways from day 2 of the 4-day event. Just as with day 1, some ideas may seem a bit out of place for now, but once we have walked through all 4 days together, the bigger picture will reveal itself. So, here we go. The ultimate success formula. It began with the ultimate success formula. 5 deceptively simple steps that, well, they say, apply to anything I want in life. 1. Know your outcome. Not what I do not want. That is the mind's trap. Be crystal clear on what I am moving toward. Clarity is power. 2. Know your reasons why. The stronger the reasons, the stronger the drive. When the why is big enough, the how reveals itself. That is when magic happens. Things, people, ideas begin to appear. 3. Take massive action. Movement birds momentum. Nothing moves until I do. 4. Know what you are getting. Awareness is feedback. Notice what is working, what is not. 5. Change your approach. Flexibility is power, rigidity is death. And yet, the real challenge is not in knowing these steps. It is in living them, because sometimes we start making progress and then we sabotage it. We drift back. We tell ourselves, maybe the past equals the future. But it does not, unless we decide it does. Belief, Joseph said, is the certainty of what something means. To change our life, we must first change the meaning we give to our experiences. 3 steps and 3 beliefs to lasting change. Next, he gave us the 3 steps to lasting change. 1. Get leverage. Change is not about ability, it is about motivation. When staying the same becomes more painful than changing, transformation begins. Make failure to change immediate, massively, unbearably painful. 2. Interrupt the limiting pattern. Shatter it. Do not analyze it. Destroy it. Dance it out, laugh it out, scream, sing, shake. Anything that breaks the old emotional code. 3. Create a new empowering pattern and condition it until it sticks. Repetition is ownership. If you do not do it repetitively, you do not know it yet. Then next, to make it last, he said, 3 beliefs are non-negotiable. 1. This must change now. 2. I must change now. 3. I can change now. Sometimes we escape fear by shifting time zones, telling ourselves it was good back then or it will be better someday. But all progress happens here, now. Human momentum, he said, is motion with emotion. Smile more, or the power of attitude. So I began smiling more, even when I did not feel like it. And to my surprise, I did start to feel better. I practiced praise instead of punishment, patting myself on the back, not for perfection, but for persistence. I started using my body as the steering wheel of my emotions. Goddess pose in the mirror, walking through the door with arms open and a grin, even the ridiculous attitude, shaking the butt to shake off negativity. Joy is physical, motion changes emotion. I stopped beating myself up and started giving myself credit. Every time I tried, every time I showed up. Reigniting passion and confidence. Then came the exercise. Find your passion. What do you love? What do you hate? What moves you? What do you crave? We placed a hand over our hearts and revisited moments that changed our lives. Big and small decisions that shaped who we are today. Each one a proof point. Evidence that I have been badass before, so I can be again. Confidence is not a feeling, it is evidence recalled. From there, we visualize decisions that would create a better future, the ones our future selves will thank us for in 10 years. The 3 pillars of progress. Then came the 3 pillars of progress. 1. Clarity is power. Be specific. Know exactly what you want and why. Reasons come first, answers come second. 2. The best strategy. Find the map, the mentor, the model, the tools. Success leaves clues. Learn everything about the field. 3. Action. Get into motion, because nothing changes until I do. We moved through the wheel of life, physiology, meaning, relationships, time, work, career, mission, finances, and spirit. Where am I now in each area? And where do I want to be? What must I let go of? An old habit, a story, a fear. And most importantly, who must I become to close the gap? He reminded us, closing the gap is an inside job. The training never ends. The training never ends, Joseph said. This year's 10 is next year's 8. Progress, not perfection, is the true definition of success. Gratitude, he said, is the bridge from despair to hope. So I started again. Gratitude lists, the beautiful state in practice, the 90-second rule, to shift my state within a minute and a half when negativity creeps in. Decide, commit, resolve. It is already done. What is next? Because in the moment of decision, destinies are molded. Money, energy, and peer groups. Then came money, not as greed, but as energy, fuel, flow. When you become as wealthy as you want, he said, you become more for the people you love. That reframed thinking. We can see wealth not as vanity, but as stability. The safety box that lets me sleep well, and the flow that lets me give more freely. He spoke about proximity, how our lives are a reflection of the standards of our peer group. Love your family, yes, but choose your peers. Marines have high standards, but when they leave the corps, most people revert to lower ones. We rise or fall to the expectations of those we spend time with. Proximity is power. Be around people whose presence raises your bar. The art of connection. And finally, connection. The heart of influence. To lead, you must first relate. Communication is 7% words, 38% voice qualities, 55% physiology. People like people who are like them. First, match and mirror. Posture, tone, gestures. Then pace and lead. Not to manipulate, but to meet others in their model of the world. Even the same rhythm of breath when hugging creates safety and trust. Connection is not intellectual, it's biological. We practiced imitation exercises, watching, matching, feeling what the other feels. Human to human. That is where real rapport begins. And life from that point on is never the same. All in. So here I am, weeks later, writing to you to anchor these truths before they fade into a notebook. If there is one thing I took from that day, it is this. In times of great uncertainty, you must create your own certainty. And if there is one promise I will keep, it is this. I will go all in. This is your moment. Take command and show us the path. Thank you for listening today. That wraps our episode. Join us in coming weeks as we uncover days 3 and 4 of the Unleash. Until then, see you soon.